This video will demonstrate the process of creating an intaglio print. If any of the artworks catch your interest, reach out to me on Instagram. The link is in the video description. The artworks are already framed and can be shipped anywhere globally. Intaglio printing is printing on a metal plate where the design is transferred. The plate is exposed to an engraving process using a needle or specialized tools, and it might go through an etching process on such a steel or possibly a copper plate. The design is filled with ink, surplus is removed, and then printed on damp specialized paper under a press. The process kicks off by polishing the sides and the plate itself. We begin with fine-grained sandpaper, sparse, and then, after a few sandings, move on to more. Macro is very small. After drying, we move on to priming the metal plate with a special varnish, a substance that will enable us to see the design that we will transfer and also secure it. Undesired plate deformations where we don't need them. We place the plate on a heated countertop because this substance hardens instantly, so we need to distribute it evenly across the whole plate's surface. Wait several hours or even days until it's fully hardened. Often it's ready the next day, but this depends on the surface area and thickness of the paint. We make a stencil for a quick transfer of our drawing and get on with this film. On one side, we stuck iron pieces with ordinary tape, immediately noticing that it's displayed in reverse. We sketch the primary contours to guide us when working with the needle. The process is quite relaxing. After the drawing was scratched out with a sharp needle, we put the work through an interesting device which added noise and tone to it. After all of this, we did everything again because we felt that doing it once was not enough. Then we washed it off with technical alcohol after we washed off the acid-resistant varnish with denatured alcohol. Denatured alcohol is technical alcohol, which has substances added to it to make it unsuitable for food purposes. When everything was absolutely clean, we could start the oxidation process. Samples are hanging in the laboratories, so we know how long it takes to etch the plate. What you wanted to leave untouched, that is, the areas you wanted to keep light, were covered with a marker. After etching with acid, the plate was thoroughly washed with dishwashing powder and rinsed with water. After drying and sealing the effect, we proceeded to print. We trimmed the edges and top of the plate again, making it more presentable and convenient for printing. We began applying the ink for printing, laboriously rubbing it in. something like this. We'll put it here after soaking the sheets for a few minutes, dabbing it with a towel. We put first the tracing paper, then the engraving face up and the sheet face down, the plate pressed against the paper under the pressure of a cylindrical press. As a result, we decided to make the edges dark, protected the pattern, oxidized the edges for 6 minutes, and got a completely different composition. In addition, another work was done. I liked it so much I also made a river. Not only that. In addition, I made one of my main topics. These are the bodies of women, the beautiful bodies of women, in which the whole universe of this world seems to be contained.